Here we go. So we have reached the end of our story about Pinocchio and Geppetto. Now let's write about them. Let's write about what happened at the beginning of the story. And remember that we have to find a catchy title. The title is very, very important to catch the attention of the reader. So here, can you suggest a title? Adventures of Pinocchio, Pinocchio and Geppetto, the talking piece of wood. Okay, the talking piece of wood. Okay, have you noticed that all the words start with capital letters? Because this is a title, and the title is very important and very special. And it's not a sentence, so we can't end it with a full stop. Well, at the beginning of the story, we have to introduce the character and the setting, and to provide the reader with some description or some descriptive words about the characters. And also, we have to start with a topic sentence, like one day, one hot day, once there was. Okay, so now try to remember some information about Geppetto. Once there was what? There was a toy maker, a carpenter, whatever you want. You are free to change the name of the characters, the setting, the events. It's up to you because this is a fiction story, and that means all the characters and all the events are imaginary. They are not real. So once there was a carpenter. What's his name? What do you think about the name? It's up to you to change the name. A carpenter called Geppetto, whatever you want. Okay, what do we know about Geppetto? He was a carpenter, he was a toy maker. Okay, we want to add some descriptive words like he was alone, he didn't have any children, he had no wife. Okay, he had no wife and no children. We can add some information about his feelings. He was all alone, he was depressed, he was sad. He was all alone. Okay. Where did he live? We can add some information about the setting. Where did the story take place and when did the story happen? He lived in a small house. Okay, what else? We can add some information about being poor, rich. He had no money. He was sad. He was poor and sad. Okay, and then what happened? Here we are introducing the characters, we are introducing the setting, and of course the story is in the past, so that all the verbs have to be in the past. We can here also introduce the problem or introduce the main event in the story. So one hot day, he found, what did he find? Yes, a talking piece of wood. Where did he find it? Mm, next to the tree, uh, by the river, next to his house. Okay, next to his house. Okay, how did he feel when he found the talking piece of wood? He was excited. So he found the talking piece of wood next to his house. He was excited, and what did he decide? He decided to keep it. Okay, he decided to carve it and make a puppet and consider it like his son. He was excited and decided to keep it. Okay, great. Well, now our beginning is ready. We started the beginning of the story with a title. We also started with a topic sentence. We introduced the character or the main character in the story. We provided the reader with a short description about his life, his character, and some information about the main character. Okay, and we also introduced the main event. He found a talking piece of wood next to his house. He was excited and decided to keep it. Now the beginning is ready. Okay, let's move to the middle of the story. What happens next? Write what happened. What was the problem? Okay, what do you think? After he found the talking piece of wood and he decided to keep it. Okay, he carved the wood and made what? And made a puppet. Okay, well, what did he name the puppet? Okay, he named it Pinocchio. We have to start the name with a capital letter, of course. Okay, now here we can introduce another character. Okay, and we have to provide the reader also with some information about the other character. Okay, what did he like to do? Very good. He liked to talk and talk and talk. Okay, and when he runs out of things to talk about, he made things up, and he lied and lied. Okay, he even lied. Okay, what happens when you lie? How about Geppetto? Geppetto asked him not to lie. Geppetto asked him to not lie again. Not to lie again. Okay. Every time he lied, his nose grew and it gets longer and longer. Every time he lied, his nose grew. It grew longer and longer every time. Okay, and then we need to introduce the problem of the story. When did the problem start? Yes, the problem started when he decided to go and to discover the world. Okay, so we can write one day Pinocchio decided to discover the world. And he left without even saying goodbye. Okay, he left without Okay, now we can describe the feeling of Geppetto. It's very good to describe the feelings and to add lots of adjectives because it makes your story interesting and it makes the reader imagine the story and build pictures in his mind. Geppetto was so sad, of course. Okay, what happened to Pinocchio outside? Yes, the world was a dangerous place. Dangerous here is an adjective. What happened? Why? Why the world was a dangerous place? Okay, because he met what? A fox and a cat? Or we can write he met some evil animals. He met some evil animals. Why they are evil? Why they are evil? Because they stole his food and they hung him on a tree. Okay, so now we have introduced the problem of the story. The problem started when he decided to go outside and to discover the world. But the world was a dangerous place. The animals stole his food and they hung him on a tree. So this is the problem. At the end of the story, we have to provide the solution, or how did the story end. It's very important to provide the end of the story, to provide the solution, and to end everything. The adventure story is about exciting experience or an unfamiliar experience that ends safely without any risk or without any harm. So at the end of the story, who saved Pinocchio? Okay, the white bird. The white bird came and helped in the past. Okay, helped Pinocchio. And what else? She told him that Geppetto Geppetto was sad and he has to go back go back home. You can also add another sentence to write that Pinocchio went back home. Geppetto was so happy to see him again, um, and they lived happily together. Okay, so when you add more description, more details, that makes your story perfect. Okay, that's the end of our session today. Now I want you to make up your mind, imagine any experience that you would like to have. Imagine yourself in an adventure. Okay, build up an imaginary character, build up an imaginary event or an imaginary experience. Think of the details, think of the problem, and think of the solution of the problem, and you can write your own story and send it to me. Thank you for listening. Hope all of you are safe and hope to see you again soon. Bye. Thank you.